Hey, what's up, guys? Aaron here. Yeah, I'm wearing a winter cap. The temperature is dipping already here on the East Coast. Just wanted to throw up a quick video to everybody. There were a lot of comments on my past couple videos, and I just wanted to kind of set the record straight. First off, Kyle Pounds. You and I disagree in lifestyles. You believe in sitting home and smoking weed all day and working on your website. Whereas I believe that you go to work and you earn your keep in the world. That's the way I was raised. You don't agree with that. That's fine. That's like I said in the other video, it's your God-given right, man. That's about all I'm going to say on Kyle Pounds. Bottom line, agree to disagree. It doesn't have to become a big, huge issue between you and I. I just disagree with you. Okay? Period. That's it. Now, G4T, I've beaten this thing to death, but there's a lot more to this guy. For those of you that are new, may just be, I noticed a few comments from people. G4T has been doing this stuff for years. This is not new. He basically riles up his detractors, and long story short, over time, it's a pattern. It's basically just a pattern, and he'll be back. And those of you, I noticed someone who actually enjoys George's videos. God help you, because you'll be the next victim. He's a con artist. Period. Point blank. There's no other way of spinning it. There's no other way to put it. He uses these situations that he portrays on YouTube to garner sympathy from people. Unfortunately, there's still people out there that aren't onto the guy. Okay, most of us, our eyes are wide open to his games, and we just refuse to be suckered by him. I feel sorry for you. That's just my personal opinion, whether it's for entertainment purposes or whatever it is. I don't know. Maybe you think the guy gives great advice. Don't take his advice. Please trust me on that. He will sucker you in, convince you to send him donations, because you're going to feel sorry for him. A lot of people at one point or another, before they knew the truth about the guy, felt the same way. It's nothing new. George has been at this for 8 years. He has literally made a career of it. And there's interviews. If you go to Econ Drama Whore's channel, all one word. Dude, by the way, Econ Drama Whore, dude, awesome videos. Daft Bugger too. Walking Journey. You guys always put together good stuff. I gotta give credit. I have to give credit, because you guys are the pioneers of exposing this jackass. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. Go check these videos out. I promise you, you'll walk away from it with a different perspective on G4T. George Heminger, whatever you want to refer to him as. Now, I already touched on Kyle Pounds, G4T. Okay, you know what? Just to continue it with G4T. George, question. I know your channel's down, but I know you're still looking at these videos, and you just love the fact that we're still talking about you. Like you're so important. You're not, okay? What we're doing is just preparing the people, because we know for a fact you're going to return, and when you do, it's going to be business as usual. Why don't you address the Bravos? Why don't you address the pyramid scams you were involved in? The real estate scams? Your involvement, it goes on and on. Why don't you just once and for all make a video, or agree to meet up on a Google Hangout or something, and just put this stuff to rest? Because it's endless, and until you do that, it won't stop, and you're going to continue to get thumbs down, because people know the truth. Nobody out there is that stupid to think that you were really homeless and that Perla was really with another man. Does Perla know that you lied and said she was with somebody else and was moving on? I really, really pray to God that she doesn't know that. If she does and she stayed with your ass, wow. Dude, you're just, you're putting putting all this unnecessary attention on yourself and your family. I mean, think about your wife and kids, if they really are your wife and kids. Whether they are or aren't, people know who they are and they know what they look like. I'd be embarrassed if one of my parents did that. Okay, just putting myself or my spouse. I'd be embarrassed. It would embarrass me. I'm embarrassed for you. The fact that you got on YouTube and really lied about these things. I mean, there's videos of people doing slow motion analysis of where you are when you're shooting the supposed homeless videos. Come on, man, really? I mean, it goes without saying. Like, I don't even need to draw any sort of conclusion in this video about that. That's sad, George. You know, I don't know. And guys, I mean, feel free to chime in. I've noticed a few people commenting recently, and they actually like the guy. Please, you know, if there's anything I'm not saying, any facts that I'm not throwing out there, I mean, new people to G4T, just Google his involvement with the Bravos. The Bravo brothers, Nick Bravo, and I forget the other brother's name, but I mean, just do your homework on that. I promise you, after you read up on that and realize what's really going on with this guy, you won't have the same opinion. I promise you. And trust when I tell you that the information that you're getting online, it's public record. You can go to a local, you know, go to the Riverside, like area courthouse, whatever's out there. It's public record. It's public knowledge that this guy's a scammer. It hasn't been proven. But there was a news story that he called in a bomb threat, and the more that you know, people read into it a little further, it would not surprise us one bit, me included, that he truthfully was the one behind the bomb threat. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it got more or less, I guess, dismissed or something as what do they call it, swatting, but. I mean, really just knowing what we know about the guy, and trust me, the people in the comment section will back me up 100% on what I'm saying here. My goal in life is not to, you know, destroy anybody on YouTube. That's not what it's about. It's about exposing all of the frauds and scammers that want to take money out of people's pockets who work every day. That's my point, and it really pisses me off that people like George. And you know, the list goes on. B4T, all of you guys, and don't come on my channel and say, oh, it's all bullshit. Get out of here, Brian. Give me a break, dude. I don't want to hear it anymore. You know, there were invitations to come forward and really distance yourself from George, but you know, instead we hear crickets chirping. That's what we get. You know, I mean, the possibility and the prospects of doing that video. Or whatever, just a Google Hangout or whatever it would have ended up being. I mean, I would have been happy with that result, but instead, you just come on my channel and spam your stupid comments, and that's what it turns into. A comment war. I'm not interested in that. Okay? I'm not interested in a war with anybody. But the truth's out. You can say it's bullshit. You can say whatever you wish. It's fine, but you're not presenting anything to alter that opinion or change it. Nothing. George or you, or Shoe Nice, or any of the rest of the people on YouTube right now and in the past that have just, you know, put together these big elaborate stories about, you know, this, that, and the third. I mean, whatever the case is, each case is different. But I mean, if you're not a scammer, then prove it. I mean, you have comments on my videos that it's all bullshit and that it's all speculation. It's not speculation. People actually, I really don't need to get into what information I have and what I don't, but bottom line is I got some pretty definitive facts that what was being said was true. So, and there's pictures of you with George. Come on, man. Grow a pair, dude. I mean, I understand you went through some hard times. But, I mean, your plan going into it, Brian, was not very sound. And I'm not sitting here claiming to be, you know, some big expert at anything, because I'm not. All right, but what I do know is that you have to have an education, in order to get a decent job, not a job that's going to pay you $8 an hour. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what somebody does, great. But if you're looking to get into IT, I work in IT, okay? I can tell you from experience, it's not something where just because when you were 15 or 14 years old, you knew how to put together and take apart a computer. That doesn't mean anything. You've got to have more to it than that. A certification, some piece of paper validating that you know what you're doing. It's just reality, especially in California. I mean, at one point, they called California Silicon Valley because all the major tech companies came out of California. And there's people in California right now struggling to find work, and they've got a college degree, all kinds of certifications, and years of experience. I have family members that are struggling. So when you get on here, and I know you have a job now, and again, I'll say it again, and I will coddle you and say, good job. That's good to hear. But, it remains to be seen what you're going to do with it. Hopefully, you keep the job and you start earning a living instead of living off donations and AdSense like you were. I mean, that's just my 2 cents, man. Love it or leave it. And you can say I'm full of shit and I'm a troll, and that's all fine and good, Brian. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as a lot of people on here are concerned, why do you think you have the nickname B4T? I know you hate it, but why do you think that's your nickname, Brian? Network 126, whatever your name is. Brian, sorry. Why do you think that's your nickname on YouTube? I mean, there's got to be a reason. It just baffles me, and I mean, it wasn't just me. A few of us extended the offer to you to do this thing, man. Nothing. So please don't come on my channel and try to start some big argument or debate about whether you are or aren't what you are and what you aren't. Because, I mean, honestly, at this point, just prove it. George, George is George. Brian is Brian. But at one point in time, there was a connection with you and George. You won't admit to it, but it's true. There's pictures on the internet of you and him together. So when you come on my channel and you say it's all bullshit, then prove it. Okay? I don't like people coming on my channel and making false statements. I don't like it. Honestly, I really don't. And I mean, like I said, man, let's do the Google Hangout. I don't see what the issue is. I don't know why you don't just say yes, so you can hopefully put this behind you. But I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be a situation where there's going to be false accusations. We're only going to come with the facts. So I suggest that you be ready to answer some tough questions before you do decide to do it. Because, and that goes for the same for you. G4T, George Heminger, whatever the fuck your name is. Shoe Nice, you too. Kyle Pounds, you too. Kyle, you're more of a hippie stoner. I don't know. That e-begging video it enraged me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, anyway, this video went a little bit longer than I expected it to. My mistake. But, guys, I'm just trying to address the issues and keep it about the issues and not make it so personal. But, I don't know. It just gets me fired up. I went back and I was rereading some of the comments Brian was leaving on my videos, and before I knew it, I was just like, I gotta just get this out, because writing a bunch of comments and going back and forth with the guy, it's silly. It's really silly to me. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys are doing good. This is going to be it for the day for me. I will catch up with you guys in a day or so. In the meantime, just please like, comment, and subscribe below, and I will talk to you guys soon. This is Aaron. Peace.